If a washing machine displays the E01 error code, it's usually because there is an issue with the water intake, meaning the machine is not taking in water as expected. While there can be variations depending on the model, and the error can be checked according to the specific model. In this case, the E01 error indicates that the machine isn't taking in water. However, the current situation is unusual because the machine has taken in too much water, and there's quite a lot of water inside. At this point, the machine has stopped functioning, though it is still powered on. When I open the door, it unlocks even though it shouldn't. Ideally, it should remain locked. It seems like the machine is sensing that no water has been taken in and is acting as if it's empty, which is why the door is unlocking. So this situation has created quite a few problems. I will now explain both scenarios to you. Now let's talk about the situation where the washing machine doesn't take in water and shows the E01 error code. There can be 2 to 3 possible scenarios here. The first scenario could be that the solenoid valves are faulty. If the water in your area is very hard, scale can build up and block the valve, preventing water from passing through at all. This could be one reason for the issue. The second scenario could be an electrical problem. For example, the valve has 3 wires. One blue wire, which is the common neutral, and the other 2, light green and white, are for the phase. The PCB is responsible for sending electricity to turn on the valve. If the relays on the PCB don't switch on, then this issue can occur. It's also possible that the valve itself has an internal problem. For instance, if the filter inside the pipe connected to the valve gets blocked, water won't be able to flow through, preventing it from reaching the machine. If the machine doesn't get water, it will display the E01 error code. In addition to that, let me show you that this plastic part often gets very dirty. I have experienced this frequently. Inside, there are small holes that can get blocked. If the water is very hard, it can lead to blockages. Similarly, if there is too much detergent or dirt, this can also cause blockages, resulting in the machine taking in less water and displaying the E01 error code. So it's essential to keep this area clean. Now, let's talk about the second situation where the machine takes in a lot of water, but despite that, it shows the error that it hasn't taken in any water. The issue in this case often lies with the water flow switch. However, the water flow switch itself may not be faulty. It could be that the pipe connected beneath it is not functioning correctly. If mice have eaten it, or if it got cut or broken, this problem can arise. If this pipe is cut, there won't be any air pressure created. Without proper air pressure, the flow switch won't be pushed upward, which means the mechanism won't activate. So, if the pipe is cut, you need to check it to ensure there is no air leak. The pipe should be airtight so that it can effectively pressurize the mechanism. Additionally, there's another aspect you should check. If you are familiar with how the machine operates, you will notice that there is an air trap system inside the washing machine. If this air trap system gets blocked due to hard water, the machine may still take in water but show the E01 error code. In this case, it means that everything else is functioning correctly, but this particular area has become clogged. It needs to be opened up because, due to water pressure, the airflow must move upward, allowing the water flow switch to work properly. If this doesn't happen, the machine will display an error. Now let's talk about the PCB. I had mentioned that you should check the color codes of the wires connected to it. So let's examine the light green and white wires connected to the purple connector. We need to check what's going on with them. When we look at the relays, we can see that multiple relays are installed underneath the cover for various functions. If any of these relays get stuck in the off position, what will happen is that the water inlet valves won't turn on, and as a result, the system won't work properly, which can lead to the E01 error being displayed. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos, and subscribe. Thank you.